magic. Ooh, you the baddest. Sun kissed, heaven sent, words don't do justice. I could go on and on and on, talking about that black girl magic, black girl magic. Ooh, you the baddest. Sun kissed, heaven sent, words don't do justice. I could go on and on and on, talking about that black.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Ree Invented, with another dope episode of the Reason Why podcast. Let's talk about it. Yeah, so today I was triggered. And I think, it start early in the morning and then it just carry with me all day long. And that's the part of I don't know if it's, my bipolar flaring up. I don't know if it's my anxiety or whatever it is. But when something else trigger, let me tell y'all something. I'm gonna tell y'all a funny story before I get into the other part. But anyway, I was crying. This is the end of the thing. And it was
laughing. I was crying. It is started laughing.
I went, so I said I wanted to get one of my bowls. Y'all know, y'all see me with these poke bowls. They got all this shit in it. Little stuff. That's my favorite. That's like my go-to thing. And I had it's called I'm not about to fucking tell you because I'm not advertising them. Because they pissed me. And that's why I was crying. That's why it's so fucking funny, okay?
I can't. No, I can't. I'm not ready to advertise them.
This is why I'm really sick. That's what people don't be realizing about. Because my illness is I could kind of blend in with the general public. You know what I'm saying? Just briefly though, until I'm triggered. And then that's when this bitch is sick. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it is what it is. So today I was bipolar. I don't know. So I wanted my Pokeball. So I drive. Now, mind you, my client is down. I got to go south. The Pokeball is north. So this is how bad I wanted my bowl, right? So I didn't go there. If y'all know I like this place, I go there often. So they have a reward system where you go and they punch the card. And after you get 12 of them bitches, then you can get a half bowl, right? Okay. So today was my half bowl because I'd have been there 12 times already. This was before I even got a card. Anyway. Get my bowl.
It was the breeze for me.
It's because it's this is where it begins. Because I hope I don't cry. I'm crazy, and every time I get triggered, I go back. So I get my stuff. I get extra radish and I get extra ginger, and it was $1 extra of each, which was weird because I always get this extra. But it was okay, y'all gonna charge me $15 for this $12 bowl. Let's do it, because I got my half off coupon anyway, because I done ate 12 bowls to get this. So I get to the register. I hands her my card for the half off bowl because I'm y'all done got me $2 extra now. Give her the card. She say, oh no, this card is expired. I'm wait, what? What are you talking about? Look at the card. The fucking card say expires 4/30. I'm oh my gosh. I said, okay, so.
I don't think that should be fair. If you're collecting, that mean I got to rush to get my bowl right after I get 12? What the hell?
I don't know. I mean, I could see if I was 30 days late, but it's the 4th was just damn near yesterday. It's 4 days. I mean, 30th. Right. I'm 4 days late. I mean, obviously you can tell that I done had 12 fucking bowls prior to this, right? I mean, just at the customer quality assurance or something. I don't fucking know.
12 bowls.
So she's this, so, and then she's getting smart. I was where is the manager? Cause I'm pretty sure a manager is not going to let me make this $15 bowl that y'all really got to throw away if I don't buy it at this point because y'all done mixed it already. So she's no, yeah, I am the manager, with this, it's me, bitch, and then she's 10. So I'm sitting there are you serious, ma'am? Because I'm still, I feel it. you know, is following up, and she's like, out her fucking little chest, the little young bitch, you know, and she's like, it's me. I'm the manager. I'm in charge. And I said, this card is not honorable and it's expired. I mean, so I was like, oh my God. Like, okay.
Lift that damn baby in here. What the hell?
My card. And then she goes and look at her coworker like, watch me check this here bitch. Like, I don't know.
I can't. Now you're giving me anxiety.
I don't know.
We setting it off.
At this point, I'm ready to knock everything over off the counter.
Wet tips and all.
Because I was not bothering nobody. I came to just get my, you know, my bowl and my discount.
The fact that I came here 12 times.
Okay.
And you can't give me a different damn thing with a new date on it.
Okay. Okay, so I just wanted to just, you know, I'm glad I just ran that by y'all because.
Okay.
All right, so.
What is that? It ain't the West Egg, is it?
No, it's.
I would have made sure. I would have showed out to make sure that the bowl was completely free because in the land of service itself,
the customer's always right.
The customer is always right. In the event that this was something that occurred and it's just now the 4th. Then I would say that as a one-time courtesy, I'm going to honor this coupon. But I'm bringing it to your attention that this is expired. So that way, the next time you start your punches, you'll be mindful about the expiration date. Because 9 times out of 10, just as a consumer, you're just excited to be getting a discount. We're in post to the discount. So we're coming back because we're going to get a discount. Not even realizing how much we're spending all 12 times for $5 off with our stupid impulse asses. We are some stupid impulse asses and we just go and spend it. We done spent $150 for $5 off. I want my $5 off. I've been loyal to you all these times. Honor me for this one time.
Same thing at lit ass wings indicator, but their wings ain't even good. Though.
Now I'm glad that y'all feel me because this is my thing. like it's the loyalty to me. It's the fact that I didn't even look at it like that. I literally paid over $150 to get this $5 off bowl, and that shit was like so accurate because these bowls are over like 12 something a piece, so like a $13 bowl.
You know, that's my addiction also, so I'm very familiar. And that's my thing, but in Sandy Springs though.
So I had to get 12 of them before I get this discount. So this is really why and then if you know anything about me, I love these bowls. I got addicted to them. Mm-hmm. I got addicted to them. Like, I love this place, and to the point where I have one closer. I go and drive over there because of the stuff that I get to mix. I love it. So here's the next. This is why it goes a little deeper, because I walk away. I tell her to just keep the bowl at this point because I'm about to pay for it, and I'm sitting there like I watched her do the little smirk, to her friend, like So I'm like, this bitch thinks she got a live one. Like, okay, you're not about to sit and play in my face like that. Like, and me being the only minority in there. Like, let's start there. Mm-hmm. So that's why I'm sitting there like, I can't even do it. I couldn't let myself do it. So I couldn't even pay the money. So now I'm depressed as I'm walking out of there. Mind you, I didn't cook my breakfast, remember? So now I'm about to be late for my meeting because I drove 15 minutes north versus going south to go all this. So I'm just want to letting y'all see my anxiety building up. Okay. Mm-hmm. So, boom. So now I'm hungry. I got to go straight to my meeting. Get to my meeting. The meeting canceled. I start crying. So I couldn't stop crying. And I didn't know if I was mad at the lady or if I was mad at the meeting.
But you were just having a bad day.
But I found out that I was mad, that I was sad about what I was crying.
Well, what I would have been doing, I would have been like the week after this meeting, we about to look up who owned that place because you're gonna get a free bowl.
Period.
Okay.
Look,
That's all that I know. Like, we're getting a free bowl, and
period.
the fact that I'm about to look it up, they're gonna have to give me one too, because otherwise, this is what the people outside of our culture do, right?
Uh-huh.
And this is how they go to small claims court, and they utilize their distress and how it affected them for their entire day, and that's how they get them $5,000 checks.
I'm crying because I'm now grieving them. I'm grieving them because I know that my favorite place that I fell in love with
treated you wrong.
And I can no longer do business with them anymore. So my favorite bowl, it's actually been one of my favorite meals of this year, of 2023. It's really like one of my favorite meals. Like no fucking lie. That card was my second one this year.
Oh, you hear her voice. My second with no cry, baby.
That was my second 12th round. Like that was that was my second dozen. Okay. I have bipolar. I don't know if it's 1 or 2. I have it 1. Yeah, I have bipolar 1. Bipolar 2 is the one where people be doing like anger, like super aggressive shit, like they
hit walls,
all of that stuff. When I get that's not my bipolar, that's my PTSD. Like so
because I went through it. But like, so bipolar 1, right?
You went through bipolar?
Yeah. So bipolar 1 is more so of an emotional disorder. You would combine someone that has what they now call ODD along with I'm saying that backwards. You would take the emotional disorder with ADHD as a combination to have bipolar 1. And then you would take what they call ODD with ADD, and that is bipolar 2. The bipolar 2 is with the ODD, which is what they call a obsessive defiant disorder, where you're triggered by the no, the stop, the don't, the rejection. And most people that have bipolar 2 are more so likely to self-harm.
Right. They're very destructive.
Than they would to somebody else. They hit walls, they bang their heads, they do more self-harm to themselves than they would to another person.
Yeah, but when people don't know the difference, they call it bipolar, so they only see one side of it.
Right. But it's two. It's two. It's totally different. Right. 1 and 2 is totally different.
Then they try to use my PTSD on some that done triggered me that really don't have anything to do with that.
It's totally different.
Right. I got multiple diagnoses. So it's like, you can't really do. They're like, oh yeah, she's toxic. It's like, ain't no fucking way I'm toxic. Like, you can't make me into being that. Like, the people who know me, and obviously you don't, because I don't know nobody know me and got that close that could say like, so you did it, or you wasn't ready for me to tell you the truth and how you wasn't about to play with me. That's what it is. I don't let people play with me. That's what it is.
That's a whole.
And for me, like, I like to let people show me what it is before I automatically assume. Well, that's what any relationship with any interaction with me, people that are in my life, like with all of y'all, like it's like a space between me and the entrance to get to me. And like, to get there, it's like you have to go through love. You have to show me that you really fuck with me, because it's like, otherwise I'm vulnerable, and I have to with myself that, people out there are really shitty, and it doesn't have anything to do with me. It doesn't have anything to do with what I did to them or if I deserve it or whatever. People are really just shitty. And like, you have to be able to have that, guard up to where those shitty people, they'll know, they're like, no, I ain't even about to do it because it's a waste of time. I'm going to be wasting my time if I keep barking up this tree, because it's not. That's why I check the motherfucker as soon as they got me fucked up. And sometimes that might even mess up the friendship. That's where you see a lot of people saying, oh, I'm toxic and I'm hard to be around. No, you can't fucking play those games with me. You're not about to play in my face. That's what a woman, how they do those little sneaky little insults when they're in front of. What you talking about? What does that mean? You know what I'm saying? And then that guy, but guess what? Now don't play with me. And then we could be cool as hell, but don't play like that. I wouldn't do that to you. like we have these hearts of gold. You know what I mean? And people will really suck us dry.
Yeah. Just like it's a female that keeps trying to get close to me. She keeps trying to get close to me, and she pays attention to who I'm close to. So she, in her mind, she wants to outdo them, but she says things that are unfriendly. Like, she assumes because of the amount of children that I have, she assumes all of the worst things. So if I say I'm going to the hospital or something like that, she assumes that I have Medicaid. If I say that I'm traveling on a flight, she assumes that I flew Spirit. When we talked about employment, she was presidential about her working in a healthcare field.
But she assumed that she could get her ass whooped. She assumed that like I was unemployed from like retail or something. And I'm like, first of all, I actually own my business. I own my own business, but prior to, you know, I'm like a human resources director. So I'm definitely all of my certifications in the health field paid a lower grade than what I did in human resources. So you can save all that. So it was like, again, toxic relationships. It is so easy for somebody to be intertwined in a toxic relationship, but that person will buy you stuff and treat you, and she'll show up and she'll boast about you and everything. But when you have those conversations, that's that person to be like, oh, so you doing your little meeting? Oh, you doing a little podcast? Oh, you doing a little, I'm doing a whole lot of things. I'm doing a whole lot of little things, but you have nothing going on because you just running your mouth and you're just trying to figure out what's going on with everybody else. What do you have going on other than your employment? You seem a little bit miserable, right?
I'm getting anxiety hearing about her.
Me too. Where's she at? Yeah. Because I step outside this motherfucker here about 5 minutes. That was mop the floor with that hoe.
Honestly, like, I'm just like, how is this not even like, how does she even get that far?
It like, triggered you. It triggered me just as much.
It was done in such a small way because she came in through a group of mutual friends, and these friends are highly respected people in my life. So you would automatically to assume if they come in that circle, they're gonna be cool. They gotta be dope because they're part of that circle.
I'll tell you right now, you can bring me around anybody, I will cuss they motherfucker out.
Right. That's where we're at. But I was like just sitting there wondering, like,
I won't fucking come back. Fuck, but this bitch can play with me.
Right. It was just small things like, did she say what I think she said? Like,
yes, what she talking about? And she fucking did.
The motherfucker be throwing shots, but we alcoholics. I'm catching all shots.
Right.
I'll do it.
I cut her off.
I
cut her off.
She's a hater. She hates me.
Yeah, I cut her off. But she'd be like, hello.
Happy birthday.
I can't see
Yes, happy birthday.
Early birthday from me, y'all.
Happy birthday.
Come on now.
We're taking this my kind of circle right there.
Where you headed to?
It is a black-owned spot in Charlotte called Fume.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Supporting black-owned and turning up all at the same time.
Seriously, girl, cut that rug, girl. Cut it.
Yes.
I can't wait to dance like this.
I'm glad you checked in with us, though. I was like,
yes, I was like, I gotta check in. I was sitting here talking to my sister. She's over here on the side. Say hey. Hi.
Hey.
Hey, baby. That's it. And I had to drop this because we were sitting here talking about healing, and I was like, you know what? I was like, I am really taking the time out to heal myself. I'm not in no relationship because how can I be in a relationship with someone when I am not healed? I need to take the time for me because that's what we've been running for. You ever been in a relationship with somebody and y'all be blowing up at each other? It's that part of him that needs to be healed, and you're pulling it out, and then he's pulling out the part of you that needs to be healed. Right. I was like, I'm in solitude. I'm being single on purpose.
Period.
Because I need to heal me. Because if I'm not happy with me, how can I be happy with anybody else?
Period.
I was like, I'm about to drop this. I got to call and drop this real quick because that was just on my spirit.
Now you're dropping that down. Okay. Absolutely.
I love it. I love it. No, I definitely agree. I mean, I know me. Some people can do it though, because they're, you know, they know how to do it. Me personally, I can't deal with the constant trigger. But some people don't even have those type of triggers. You know, I just got triggered just by listening to a conversation we was just having with
me too. You know what? I think if it would have came from a person I didn't like, I wouldn't have cared that much. But Lala seemed like a nice person, and I probably would have got put out. I probably would have swung on.
I swear to God, if I would have been there, I would have
been like Ree. Ree would have gave me that eye contact. I was like, I'm gonna bend down behind you.
My homegirl wouldn't even have to say nothing. Tag me in, friend. Pick out the phone, go fucking pitbull out here. Ready. We gonna keep people. I'm just do all of this for her. Just tag me in, friend. I'm gonna just be like, fuck that. See, people like that it's people like that trigger me. That's why I would just hope that you don't bring me around people like that if you know like they like that, because I get triggered quickly, and I swear to God,
because it just made her look like a little, you know, like ghetto trash in comparison to like, you know what I'm saying, me handling my business as a woman. You know what I'm saying? So it was like the way how I handle her was the way how you handle those type of people, because it just made her look real stupid.
Yeah, that's why I always let people know what I'm dealing with, because I listen, I'm ghetto trash. Because, baby,
I would expect it.
I don't know how to control myself with shit like that. So that's why I really be looking up to people that can really deal with not even just that, just other stuff. Like, look, I was triggered listening to it.
Right.
You just said she could live with her mother. I would have told her, girl, go to your room. Okay.
You think I'm
go to your room. Please. You don't even control all the parts in your space. You only control what's going on in your room. Girl, you only control
my older daughter don't even stay here no more.
Girl, you only control the TV and the light switch on your wall. Why?
She hating on my homegirl.
Yeah, go home. Go to your room.
You're done, please. You're tender, though.
Don't buy you an apartment.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, you make noise a certain time of night. Somebody gonna say something to you. Girl, bye. Go to your room.
It's quiet time. You gotta stop talking.
Girl, bye.
Wait, you gonna have to go to sleep too.
Right. Your company monitored. For real? Girl, bye.
I'm a loving person. I know I'm a bitch. That's just who I am. Everybody, I always been like,
I know.
So like how I am, it's not like just because somebody do this or just because that's my actual nature. That's just who I am. When I have to refine, and I'm still working on that. That's part of what I'm healing. But absolutely. Like, I'm a loving person. Automatically, people love me. I'm dope in real life. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So when people don't, I already know where that comes from.
Mm-hmm. That's that envy, big time envy.
Yeah. You girl, yep. What's up? Because I ain't
big envy.
Yeah,
big envy. But it's those type of people though. But this is what I'm saying. Like as ladies, you know what I'm saying? As we continue to grow, we're able to easily identify toxic people, toxic ways, toxic verbalism. You know what I'm saying?
She was about to murder me one night. She was like, "Who is this bitch?" I'm like, you gonna know me one day.
I don't let people around. I don't let people in my life. Like she thought she was just gonna push herself in my life. Like, girl, you gonna get like me. Girl, you gonna leave me the fuck alone.
That shit was like a horror movie. Every time that bitch had a drink, I was like, I'm in your cup, bitch.
I hate her. She's stupid.
I just like to make people feel good. It took a lot for her to know that I meant well. I was just out there in pain, y'all. I was in pain. I needed somebody.
Yeah. So then it wasn't until like I got a little bit of her story, and then I was like, this whole time she was like reaching for me, like, you know. So then I felt bad, you know, that I like had her out in the wilderness or some, you know, like pushing
with
her.
the lions, tigers, and bears and shit.
Yeah. So, but ever since then, that's been my little sis right there. What you talking about? Love her to pieces, for sure. For sure.
And so at the end of the day, I was like, oh my gosh, Ree, I went through this, and I was like, that was like a real moment of experiencing, you know, PTSD and how real it is, and how it works. And I was like, you know, no matter what we do and no matter how far we go, like you have to hurt and heal at the same time. And that was like a perfect experience of that, because it was hurting me to see how easily it was to be caught up in that form of abuse. But it was a healing process. But then on the flip side, another situation was going on, which I felt again was like more so of a narcissist behavior, where it was like people can treat you a certain way and have expectations of you, but it can't be the other way around. So I had this big joke. I was like, it's cool when they do it, but your chest hurt when I do it. Ooh. You about to have a heart attack because I did it. You know what I mean? When you was doing it to me, it was like, it's not a big deal. But when I did it to you, now your chest hurting, you about to have a heart attack, you all upset, you all bent out of shape.
How dare you?
And I'm sitting back there like a G, like I'm like a pimp. I'm like, well, do you want to talk about it? Like, what would you like to do? What would you like to do? Because it wasn't able, it was not the response expected. Like that person had so much control in the past and so much submissive behavior from me in the past that I don't think that they were ready for the strong me, the open me. And it wasn't that I wasn't familiar with any of these patterns of the past. It just didn't matter. I was just kind of soaking in to, you know, people gonna do what they want to do type of mode. But after that PTSD moment happened, I was already triggered. I was spiked up like, no, you're not gonna do this today. I do care today. And this is what you're not gonna do today. Like those boundaries were different from the trigger. Like I just wasn't having it. Yeah. In the past, I recognized my triggers kind of after I went off. This time I caught it in advance and I feel like I handled it as a woman should. You know what I mean? As a woman should handle it. I was proud of how I handled the situation on both sides of the fence. So now they walking around on ice around me this time, not me walking around on ice around them. And not that I want anybody, you know, walking on eggshells or sliding on ice around me, but damn it, you better recognize who you gonna respect me for who I am and my boundaries and how I'm feeling about these things, and understand that it's not about just you. Anybody who I'm dealing with, you know, it's a two-way street. So I was really, really happy to, I wasn't happy to have the experience, but I was happy that I was able to utilize some of what we talked about. I think that us gathering and talking so much gave me another sense of strength, that I was able to like put my foot down and really, because usually I'm like, Medea, I want my bag. Right. Because I'm about to light it up in here if you try me. But it was like, it's not even, you know, it's not even worth it. But I recognized so many things about myself after being triggered. It just opened up like a whole can of worms. Right. And I just started evaluating everything and everybody. And I was like, okay, let me align myself accordingly, because I can't let this happen. I can't let that get out of control. I can't let them think this and them think that. Like, no, let's be clear. Yeah. Right. So it is so important.
What was the thinking process as you were discovering, you know, your enlightenment? Like, as you, like, what was it like as you were like, yo, they've been trying to play me? Or it's like, wow,
I was feeling, honestly, I was feeling every emotion that you can feel at one time. Whoa. I was hurt. I was sad. I was a little angry at them. I was a little angry at me, because I allowed the experience of the past make me feel like
I just don't, I don't really care. It's not a big deal.
Right.
Like I can hear somebody lying and I'm just like, they playing themselves. It's not really bothering me. It's not really bothering me to bring it to their attention that they're not being honest. I just kind of got, like I was like, oh, I've been there, done that. Like I see the pattern of behaviors, but I'm familiar with those. So I just kind of like stay quiet. But then at that moment, I realized if you stay quiet, they just keep doing it and doing it and doing it because they think that you're clueless.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And it's not about me being clueless. It's that I'm just so familiar with your behaviors. So like, let's stop doing it. Let's just stop doing it.
I don't think that it's that you're clueless. I believe when people do that is because there are no consequences for their actions. They are not effective, and the boundary isn't set. Meaning, I know and she knows that this might not necessarily be the right thing, but there's nothing happening to stop it from happening. So obviously, that's just how when they say you give somebody an inch, they take a mile. They will get you before you get them. So it's like you have to protect yourself and turn that off.
Black girl magic, ooh, you the baddest. Sun kiss, heaven sent words don't do justice. I could go on and on and on, talking about that. Black girl magic, ooh, you the baddest. Sun kiss, heaven sent words don't do justice. I could go on and on and on, talking about that black girl magic, black girl magic.